Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought it would be fun if I talked to you guys about some of my favorite grab and go fragrances. These are fragrances that I wear if I'm running out of the house real quickly, if I'm running errands, if I'm staying home and I just want to smell nice. These don't really tell like a scent story, but these are the equivalent to me just wanting to smell pretty and nice without overthinking too much what I'm going to smell, because a lot of times I think a little bit too much about what fragrance I want to wear. So if you're interested in seeing my my top picks for my favorite grab and go fragrances from my collection, then keep watching. As always, in this video I am choosing ones from out of my collection, so if you've watched any of my other lists or other videos, you've probably seen some of these before. But there are also some honorable mentions that I love that I want to buy that I'm going to mention at the end of the video. But I did want to pick my first top 10 from my collection. Now I've added a few into my collection that could have easily made it into this list, but I kind of want to give them more time rather than just 2 to 3 weeks before I decide if there's something that I will constantly grab for over and over and over again. So I'm going to start off with the one that just, to me, is the epitome of if I want to smell beautiful and feminine and really pretty, and I don't think it doesn't matter where I'm going, it doesn't matter what I'm doing, and it's actually one that's one of my husband's favorite fragrances on me. And it's Bvlgari Rose Essentielle, or Essentielle. You know I can't pronounce French words, guys. I'm so sorry. This one is just an effortless, easy rose. It's a little bit like a wet rose, a wet floral, but it doesn't. It has this richness to it, which is really nice. If you guys have watched any of my fragrance videos, you know that my husband hates fragrance. I'm not just saying that he doesn't like it, like he hates them. Hates fragrances. There's only 1 or 2 in my collection that he likes. This one, before we started dating, we kind of had our first date at the Epcot Food and Wine Festival. And we had been friends for, oh my gosh, like 12 years before this. So we always like hung out and stuff. But like, we were at the Food and Wine Festival, we were hanging out, I had purchased this perfume, I had brought it with me, I had sprayed it before we left. And then when we were walking around Epcot in the French Pavilion, they had a Bvlgari, and I noticed that they had this fragrance and I wanted to reapply, so I reapplied it, and he came up behind me and hugged me from behind, and he kind of looked at me because he's like a lot taller than me. Okay, sorry, he just actually came in and started talking to me. He's really cute. So cute. I love my husband. But he wrapped his arms around me and just kind of gave me a hug, like a playful, friendly, but kind of like, hey girl, hug. And he looked at me and he was like, someone's wearing an impeccable perfume. And I was like, it's me. And it was this. So this is like literally one of the only fragrances that he likes. So this is very special to me. I wouldn't say this is basic, but it's definitely not complex. It's a very easy rose for anybody to wear, which is why I like to grab this. It's very fresh. Again, it's kind of like a wet rose, but it does have a little bit of depth to it, which is really nice. So I do love to reach for this one all the time. I love it. I've talked about this one a bunch, so I'm not going to go too into it, but this is probably one of my all-time favorite fragrances, and it's Creed Acqua Fiorentina. I got a big one of this because I used to go through the other bottles, the classic bottles of Creed, so quickly. I was like, I'm just getting a big one. I love this. It's fresh and floral and just a teeny bit fruity, just a little bit, but it's so gorgeous and it's effortless, and that's what I love about all of these fragrances. I think if I were to describe them in one word, they're effortless, which is why I really like them for grab and go. But Acqua Fiorentina from Creed, most definitely. Next one, and this is gonna sound really weird, but if you ever like get out of the shower like in the morning and you just want to stay in your pajamas, you want to put your pajamas back on or go get a clean pair of pajamas and just lay on the couch all day and like watch your favorite TV show, you know, and drink some tea and just veg out and do nothing. I love doing that because I'm constantly working. So I have a fragrance that I like to wear when I want to do that. And it's a library of flowers, wildflower, and fern. This, oh my gosh, you guys, this is kind of like a really green, but kind of like a soapy floral green. It's very light. It's really beautiful. I really like this. It has absolutely no complexity to it whatsoever. I mean, there's really no story that this tells, but like after a shower or after, you know, if I take a bath, like they make a bubble bath that I recently found, and oh my gosh, guys, I was obsessed. After I would take a bubble bath, I would put on pajamas or put on some really comfy clothes, you know, spray 1 or 2 spritzes of this and just lounge on the couch watching TV, petting my cats. And it was the greatest because I smelled really nice, because I always like smelling nice. And this is just one of the fragrances if I'm going to the grocery store, if I'm going, it's my, like literally, like I don't even look at, I just grab it, spray it, and go. It's beautiful. This is definitely not a grab and go fragrance if I'm going out at night, because it's definitely not a nighttime fragrance, but this is a very easy, lackadaisical, lazy fragrance for the morning, especially right out of the shower. I like this guy a lot. Next up is Lolita Lempicka from Lolita Lempicka. This bottle I've had, I mean, this is a newer bottle. I got a big one. I've been wearing this, oh my gosh, for, I think since it came out. Was it 97? Forget. It's for a long time. I've been wearing this perfume since I was very young. And I love it. I absolutely love this. This is just one of the fragrances that I wear and I just feel very comforted and very happy. It doesn't really, to me, have an event that I would associate this with. You know, some fragrances are date fragrances, some fragrances are work fragrances, some fragrances are flirty fragrances, some fragrances are gourmands. This just kind of fills every single one of those slots, but not very well. But to me, it's a classic, and I used to spray this in high school, I used to spray this in college, I used to spray this when I would go out on dates. You know, I like this scent a lot. It has a lot of very happy memories for me, and so this is just one that if I want to smell nice and very sweet and a little bit tasty, I like this one a lot. Usually this will be if I'm going out to lunch or dinner, or if I'm just going to be lounging around the house and going to run errands, like if I have to go to the bank, if I have to go to the grocery store, if I have to go to the restaurant, a wholesale store to pick up glassware. I have a lot of weird errands, guys. This is the fragrance that I will grab, and I love it. This next one is an incredibly popular, very clean, I don't want to say elegant, but very trendy scent, and it's Gucci Bamboo, or Bamboo by Gucci. I really like this one, guys. I don't like many of Gucci's fragrances, I'm going to be honest. I know that's like blasphemous. I know. I like them on other people. Let me throw that out there. Gucci Floral, or Flora, I can never pronounce it right, I don't remember the names, on my mom smells gorgeous. Smells gorgeous on her. On me, it smells like carpet. It doesn't smell good at all. So I've never been, and the ones that have smelled good on me weren't enough for me to want to buy a bottle. But this one was really, really nice. This is just one of those like clean, slightly floral, playful scents that I like to wear if I'm going to like the Japanese gardens, which is an outdoor garden that you walk around in, or if I'm going shopping, or if I'm going someplace and I want to smell nice and a little bit flirty and youthful, but I don't want to smell like I'm trying too hard. So this is one of my grab and go fragrances. I do really, really like it, and I love smelling this on other people. And this is one of the only Gucci fragrances that smells horrible on me. Which is the other Gucci fragrance that doesn't smell good on me? I think it's Rush, the one in the like the red, it's kind of like almost a cassette tape bottle. It's like red and it's like rectangular. That one also smells like carpet on me. It smells gross, but this one smells really nice, and so this is definitely one of my favorite grab and goes. This is a newer one to my collection. I've only had it for a few months, and one of you guys reminded me of it. I had wanted to sample it and I hadn't gotten to it, and then I finally went and sampled it and I loved it and I bought it. And it's a Flowerbomb from Viktor and Rolf La Vie en Rose edition. This one is a little bit brighter and easier to wear than Flowerbomb. Now Flowerbomb is very easy to wear. It's a very trendy, cult, popular fragrance. I really enjoy Flowerbomb, but there's just something about this one that I find to be a little bit more effortless and easy to wear than Flowerbomb. Sometimes I find Flowerbomb can get a little bit heavy on me, and not in a pleasant way, in a kind of like, maybe I shouldn't have squirted that extra like squirt of fragrance. This one is really easy to wear. It's wonderful for the morning, and the afternoon, and really great for dinner time if I want to smell nice. This is also one of the fragrances that my husband doesn't mind, so if we're going to go on a date or out to dinner or doing something, I will usually squirt this. I know, I hate the word squirt, guys. I know, you know what I mean, right? Am I the only one? But yeah, spritz. I'm gonna start using that word. I'll spritz this on me, I'm sorry. I'll spritz this on me, and this is just really nice. And again, this is something where I don't have to think about it. I don't wear it, and then if I end up at the dollar store because I have to get shipping supplies, people are like, why are you wearing this fancy perfume? I just smell nice and clean and easy, and I do really love this guy a lot. Next up is one from Armani Prive. This, to me, most of the Prive line I wear very specifically. Because I either want to smell this way or this way or this way. But this one is one that I will just consistently not worry about where I'm going or what I'm doing. I'll just grab it. And it's Rose Alexandre. This is a beautiful, another kind of like wet, deep rose. I like this one better than this guy. Let me grab it. This one. If you like this one, you'll love this one. This one to me is kind of along the same lines of kind of like a garden-esque wet rose. There's something like, this smells like what I think the dew on a rose petal would smell like. It's just really beautiful. It's light, it's not heavy, it's not going to stick in people's noses the way some rose fragrances can. Have you ever been around someone that's worn like a heavy rose fragrance and you feel like you're drowning in it because it's just so heavy and they maybe oversprayed it? This kind of has the allure of a very rich, heavy rose fragrance without being heavy at all. This is very easy to wear anywhere. I really, really like it. I also love how this is not youthful, but also not mature. It's just this beautiful, just kind of middle of the road where like older people can wear it, or if you're like older or mature, you can wear it, and it's just gonna smell beautiful and youthful and sparkling. But if you're younger and you wear this, you're gonna smell alluring and lovely and kind of like more mature. Like, and when I say mature, I mean that in the most positive way possible, guys. I mean, look at Jessica Lange. I mean, she's a mature woman and she's sexy and beautiful and talented, and you know, it's kind of like what I'm talking about. But as this one's so good, and I love, this is actually the very first, I believe, don't quote me, I think this is the very first fragrance from Armani Prive I purchased. Love it. Love it. This video is longer than I thought. I realized I have a lot more than I was like, I thought I grabbed 5 and I realized I grabbed 10. Next up is the only fragrance from Jo Malone I can wear. This is one of my favorite daytime fragrances to wear, just in general. I wish, okay, I cannot wear Jo Malone. It gets sour on my skin. It doesn't matter what it is. There's something in the fragrances which makes me so freakishly sad because I love Jo Malone fragrances. But Wild Bluebell is like, as far as I've tested, the only fragrance from Jo Malone that does not get sour on my skin. And this one is just beautiful, clean, like slightly floral candy-esque to this. It's beautiful, it's easy, it's effortless, it smells gorgeous. This one needs no more description. This is definitely wonderful. I got a small bottle because when I tested this, it didn't get sour, but I wasn't sure. So I got a small bottle to see how it would last, and like maybe after wearing it a few times, it started to get sour. So far, no sourness. So when I run out of this, I will definitely be getting a big bottle, but love, love, love this one. Next up is another one that I think I've talked to death. And this is actually, I believe, the fragrance in my like 2017 fragrances to bring in the new year. This is the first fragrance I wore of the year. This is just beautiful. And it's Bamboo Harmony from by Kilian. Oh my gosh, I am not going to get into this. This is just... Okay, I have so many bottles of fragrances. Again, I know I say this over and over and over. If you like fragrances and you like to collect fragrances, my collection is small. If you enjoy fragrances and you like to have a few different fragrances in your arsenal, my fragrance is very large. It just depends on what side of the fence you're coming from. So I have, I think, currently like over 120 bottles right now, maybe more, I don't know, I have to count. So it's very rare for me to make dents in bottles when I first get them. It usually takes a few months, if not a year or two, for me to make any real dent in any fragrance, except for any of the Le Labo fragrances, because those only smell their best the first year, and then after the year they really start to lose their potency, especially where I live, which is hot and humid Florida. So I wear those a lot, A, because I love them, and B, because I know that if I don't wear them a lot, they're not going to last as long. And other fragrances, how I keep them, they last very well. Fragrances do go bad, guys, so you do have to maintain them, store them properly. I store them in a cool, dark place, and when I go out of town, my really nice ones go in the fridge. So, this is one of them that I've really only had for less than a year, and I've made a significant dent in this bottle, guys. This is, again, Bamboo Harmony by Kilian. I know I'm rambling, I'm sorry. I am like to here. Maybe like here, I don't know. This is huge for me to make that much of a dent, guys. It's huge. But this is just gorgeous and easy and beautiful and sexy and bright. And it's like tea, but it's not tea. Ugh, yes. Yes, this one's so good. This is probably one of my favorites ever. Okay, the last one is a newer one to my collection, but I wanted to briefly talk about. If you watched my video, fragrances that make me go meh, and I will link that below. And if you also watch my my collection video, my fragrance collection video, I will link that below as well. I talked about some fragrances that I had that I liked, but they just kind of didn't wow me. And then when I got this fragrance, I was like, I bought it because it wasn't my favorite, but it was going to fill a slot and I could get rid of some bottles. So what the perfume is Mon Parfum from Micallef, or Micallef. Now, when I said this wasn't my favorite, I still absolutely adore this, guys. But like Mon Parfum Gold and Mon Parfum Crystal and Pure Extreme and Ylang and Royal Rose Oud, those ones just blew my socks off. This one was beautiful, but I knew when I wore this that I had to have it. This just is like fruity and bright and a little bit citrusy and just really gorgeous. And this is just the epitome of what a lot of the other fragrances I had in my collection should have done but didn't do. So when I purchased this, I know I mentioned that I got this because this is the one I'm going to reach for and I'm going to get rid of other fragrances. So the fragrances that I got rid of when I got this were Marc Jacobs Dot, Lolia Wander, Salvador Ferragamo Signorina, Marc Jacobs Lola, and Marc Jacobs Olola. And I sold most of those bottles. The other ones I'm still trying to sell or I will give away. And I'm not selling them for much. I'm selling them for like 10-15 bucks. But like this one does all of those so much better. Does floral and fruity and effortless and youthful so much better. It's very elegant. This does what it does the best, which is being a beautifully sophisticated ultra feminine fragrance without being too busy. It's just, it smells busy, but it's not busy when you wear it. It's just really, really beautiful. So this one, again, when I got this, I purchased this and I told myself, I'm getting rid of those other bottles. If I have this, I'm not even going to touch them because this will be the one that I reach for. And I am. And I loves it. So yeah, this is definitely probably this one and this one right here are probably the best definitions of grab-and-go fragrances to me, the best ones out of the bunch. They do the best job. They smell unique. They're effortless. They're easy, but they're really still very sophisticated and very beautiful. So I love this one, and I love the bottles of these guys. Love it. It's so pretty. I think she was talking about how it's supposed to mimic a stone and how like some parts of the waters have ripples and some parts clear. I don't know. She's a genius. I love it. And I love this fragrance. Well, there's another needlessly long video from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. These are just a few. I have a bunch other. I did want to talk about some new fragrances that I just got and other fragrances that I have meant to purchase but I haven't gotten around to purchasing yet that would definitely get into the same category. Most definitely the two from Atelier Cologne are Orange Sanguine and the new one, Clementine California. I just bought that. I'm going to do a review on it probably next week, so if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Other ones that I think are really effortless and easy, I'm going to say a Prada Candy, but I don't like to wear that all the time. It's really easy and it is one of my grab and go fragrances and I do really like it, but it's very specific fragrance, and these are just kind of the easier ones to go to. Also Elizabeth Arden. I love all the fragrances from the green tea line, specifically Green Tea Classic and Green Tea Yuzu are another amazing ones as well. And I've also just one that I've realized that I've just been reaching for and wearing. I wouldn't say that it's so much an effortless fragrance. It is very distinctive and it is kind of hard to carry on other people. I have smelled it on other people, surprise, surprise. But I love it and I've just been reaching for it all the time, is Lilac Love from Amouage. That one is just beautiful and delicious. I don't have a bottle of that yet. I bought a Scentbird subscription. I'm going to be doing an entire sample video and Scentbird video sometime next week or the week after, because you guys have asked me about where I get my samples and how I sample and where I go and where I get, and I kind of wanted to devote 1 or 2 videos to that. So I'm going to be doing that for you guys next week. So I'm going to talk more about Scentbird. But Lilac Love has one that has been carried in my purse and I love it so much. And it's really, really great. So those are kind of my recommendations or my honorable mentions for ones that I also like to grab and go and wear. Oh, the other one, the last one is Coco Mademoiselle from Chanel. I love that one, but that one is a little bit too heavy, kind of like the Lilac Love, to be considered a completely grab and go. Grab and go is something I can wear if I'm running out the door, running errands, and I don't think about it. Doesn't matter where I'm going or what I'm doing, it's going to smell appropriate and nice and attractive. I can wear my pajamas, I can wear gross jeans and a scrubby shirt, or I can dress up nicer and it's just going to smell nice no matter what I look like. It's not going to be weird if I'm dressing scrubbing and wearing my Roja Dove Enslaved or my Rose d'Arabie from Armani Prive. These ones just work effortlessly no matter what I'm doing, no matter how much glammed up I am or where I'm going. They just are very effortless and easy. So those are these fragrances, and the other ones, honorable mentions, kind of fell a little bit short of that, but I do like to wear them quite frequently too. I would love to know if you guys have any recommendations or if you have any fragrances like this. Again, grab and go fragrances are ones that I don't think about. I'm not trying to tell a scent story. I'm not trying to entice people, even though I don't really try to do that. They're just easy, beautiful, effortless, clean, nice, pretty, just easy fragrances, effortless fragrances. They're just grab and go, you don't even think about it. Just go doink, put it on, go about your day, smell nice. So I'd love to know if you guys have any recommendations or what your favorites are. So let me know below. Also, if you guys like videos like this, specifically my fragrance videos, remember to give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue doing fragrance videos, guys. I love bringing you guys skincare, beauty, makeup, rambling videos, and most definitely fragrance videos. I am obsessed with fragrance. I love talking about it. But if it's something you guys want to see more of, remember to hit that like button. Also, if you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe because it's free. And I'm free, and I put out new videos every Monday through Friday and sometimes on the weekends as well, so I'll always have something for you to watch. In any case, I hope you guys are all happy and healthy and have a great day, month, year, whatever, and I'll see you next time. Bye.